What's up everyone, DJP2 here, and in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at Mega Altaria in the Mega Master League. Now these battles are like 8 months old, so a lot of move updates are not in these battles, but I found these on my old PC and I was thinking that it would be a lot of fun to show them because I did enjoy using Mega Altaria, so I decided that I was going to make a video on it. Now the thing that makes Mega Altaria unique is its typing. It is the only Dragon and Fairy type in the game currently, and that means that it is the only Dragon type that actually resists Dragon, which gives it some very good matchups against the other Dragon types. Now to round out the team, I paired it up with Shadow Machamp and Melmetal, and yeah, I'd get the team's APA weak to Charm. This was 8 months ago. I was not good at building teams, so we're just going to overlook that. Anyways, that's about it. Let's get into the battles. Alright, so hopping into the first battle, and oh, yeah, I forgot the dimensions are very weird on these battles, because this is when I had an older phone. I've since gotten a new one, and that's why the dimensions look a bit different, but we end up leading a Machamp into the Dialga. This is a good lead, except for the fact that we're hitting for super effective and still almost even on damage, but it looks like we'll barely be able to get a farm down. So we farm him down, and the opponent brings in Mewtwo, and I think we actually deny a fast move there. That's not going to do too much. Oh, we actually didn't. I didn't see a move go through, but whatever. But we can bring in Melmetal, and Melmetal will beat Mewtwo pretty much no matter what, because 2 Shadow Balls barely will not KO. So even if they go for one here, I can still live another one. So I can just go for a Rock Slide here, and Rock Slide's gonna not take him out, but it'll get him pretty close. Then go for another move. I still don't have to shield it. After this one, I'm gonna switch into Altaria and get a bit of energy. And in the back, they have Tyranitar. So they don't have a Mega Pokemon. My best assumption about this is that they didn't know Mega Pokemon were out yet because these battles were on the first day that the Mega Master League came out during this event. But anyways, we lead Machamp into Mega Gardevoir, worst possible lead. So you're wondering how I deal with this. I have to switch into Melmetal, and so Melmetal gets countered with Metagross. And we're just going to have to stall the timer enough that we can bring back in Machamp, and they'll bring in Gardevoir again, and then we can bring in Melmetal after Machamp gets destroyed by Charm. Because if the Gardevoir gets aligned to anything besides Melmetal, like if Melmetal gets destroyed by Metagross, then Gardevoir just charms through my whole team. Because this team's ABA weak to Charm. Now they go for a move here. I shield it, and it's an Earthquake, so that's a very good shield on my part. And now I should be able to make it a back-to-back Rock Slides. And I actually go for a Superpower here instead of a Rock Slide because I'm going to be switching out, so the debuff gets cleared anyway. Switch into Machamp, get the farm down, which is perfect. And the opponent brings in Mega Gardevoir. I'm going to go for a close combat. I did regret running Rock Slide during these, but I don't think I had any TMs. But close combat does some pretty good damage onto the Gardevoir. And yeah, that did a lot more damage than it should have because this Gardevoir is fairly underleveled. But we can go for a Rock Slide. Rock Slide takes them out because they're underleveled. And now I can go for a Superpower into this Tyranitar. Now, I don't fully charge it because I want them to take me out because I want to show them that I have Mega Altaria because if I'm bringing this thing, I might as well let people know I have it. So Mega Altaria comes in and gets the farm down. Hopping into the next battle, we lead Machamp into Incineroar. And this is good lead for Machamp, so the opponent switches into Giratina. And this is where Mega Altaria shines. The opponent can't throw Dragon Claw because it's resisted, so they have to go for the Shadow Sneak, which is not exactly the best move. Now, we can farm up to a Moonblast and go for a Sky Attack. I go for a Sky Attack because I don't want to take them out. I want to get more farm because they're not taking out Altaria. So they go for a Shadow Sneak. That's still not going to be taking me out. And they don't make it to another one, which is perfect. Now the opponent brings back in the Incineroar. We can go for a Moonblast. I was thinking I'd only get to one move, and they don't even shield it, and we get the farm down. And the opponent has a Togekiss in the back. We bring in Melmetal, and they just leave. So we end up taking that game. Hopping into what I believe is the final battle. I only had 5 battles. These are the only ones I found. But we lead Machamp into Zacian. And Zacian is one of the only bearable fairies because it's not a Charmer. And we can no-shield this, because this is before Play Rough became commonly run. I think it was before Quick Attack even got buffed. But, so, most Zacians were just running double nuke during this time. So I let this go, and they are double nuke, and then they switch into Mewtwo. Now, I should be able to make it to a move if I shield the Psystrike, and I just go for a Sky Attack. I think I would have lost CMP on the Moonblast. We go for a Sky Attack, gets a shield, and I'm going to just end up letting Altaria go. And they're going to go for Side Strike. That'll take out Altaria, obviously. There's like a 500 combat power difference between Mewtwo and Altaria, even if the Mewtwo's underleveled, just because of Altaria not having too high of a base stat product total. We switch into Machamp. I'm fully sacrificing the Machamp. I don't see it being useful. And the Mewtwo was running Focus Blast. That's a very nice catch. We lag a few turns, but it looks like we didn't miss out on any fast moves. It just looked weird and confused me a bit. So now I don't know what energy the station's at, so I'm not trying to overfarm. So we can go for a Rock Slide. Rock Slide barely doesn't take him out, but that Thunder Shock goes through, and they have to debuff themselves here, so that Thunder Shock will take him out. In the back, they have Gyarados, and this game's over. Now, even though they're running Waterfall, we're still just going to be able to wreck them, because Thunder Shock hits for double super effective, and Rock Slide hits for super effective. So we're going to be able to go for another Rock Slide before they even make it to a move. Rock Slide takes him out, and the Mewtwo's just too low HP to make it to a move, and we take that game. Hopping into the actual final battle, I thought I only had a few, but it looks like we had one more. So the opponent brings in Mewtwo to my Machamp, and that's bad. So we switch into Melmetal, and Melmetal gets answered with Mega Latios. So this is like one of the very few opponents that actually brought a Mega on the first day. But we can go for a Rock Slide into the Latios. We actually get a Shield, because they need to keep Switch, because they don't want the Mewtwo getting aligned to a counter or something they don't know. They go for a Luster Purge, barely doesn't take out Melmetal. I throw one more Thunder Shock, bit of a mistake, but doesn't matter. And now we're going to be able to bring in Altaria. Look at that. That Dragon Breath is resisted. But we hit for super effective, so we actually take him out. And the opponent brings in Kyogre. I'm assuming they know that the Mewtwo's going to do better into Machamp. So we're going to go for a Moonblast. Moonblast gets a shield, unfortunately. And then the opponent switches into Mewtwo, and I have no idea why I did this, but I just switched into Machamp and gave them some farm. But we make it to a close combat. I don't even hit the Excellent on the close combat, which is just... I don't know what I was doing this battle. I think I was like mildly distracted by something. I can't really remember. But the opponent's going to go for 2 Side Strikes. We'll be able to shield both of them. And hopefully we can leave with a Moonblast to land on the Kyogre. We do, and we can go for a Moonblast. But Mega Altaria still doesn't have that high of an attack stat, so Moonblast doesn't take him out. And they make it to a Surf, and Altaria is very bulky, but its Mega just doesn't line up with the stat product totals for the league, so we end up losing that game. Anyways, final thoughts on Mega Altaria. I love it. I love its unique typing, and I also love the fluff on it. So it's just a very fun Pokemon to use. I'm sorry if there weren't many battles this video, because these were found on my old PC, so I couldn't find any more besides these. But I still decided I'd really like to talk about these and show what Mega Altaria can do because of its unique typing. So I decided to make a video on it. Anyways, that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.